Welcome to group stage of the African Marble Cup. We are still here for day one of the group stage. There's so many races that are occurring. Let's just go over the marbles real quick. If you want more in-depth, there's the previous race. Alright. Mauritania, fastest lap in the whole race, in the whole first race so far. 4 minutes 49 seconds and 48 milliseconds. Seychelles, also Mauritania had really great qualifier performance, very consistent. Seychelles, first qualifiers wasn't that great, but the rest were very consistently top 20 territory, though they were last in race 1. Maybe they'll make it back for this race. Sierra Leone, 13th place in the second qualifying round, but 23rd in last chance qualifying. Definitely screwed them a bit. But they were second to Mauritania, still 3 seconds behind, but that's still good enough to qualify. Yeah. Finally, Zimbabwe, the very worst marble that's qualified in the AFMC, at least to the group stage. Maybe they'll qualify to the actual thing. I believe, though, they are currently 12th place in tier 3 and only 8 will qualify. So I don't see it being a reality unless they just absolutely cook in this race. Now, that is it for marbles introduced. Let's start the race. 3 laps of marble action starting right now. Mauritania has the lead. Seychelles, Sierra Leone, and Zimbabwe following very closely. Zimbabwe might contact with Sierra Leone, bumps them back a lot. Seychelles actually taking on Mauritania on the banked angle. Very interesting stuff there. Sierra Leone with a smooth elevator ties with Mauritania. Zimbabwe a bit behind at 4th. Mauritania having some trouble in the elevator still. Not enough to get last, but definitely a concern if you want to keep that first place spot. Sierra Leone, though, making the comeback of a lifetime. Will we see? Okay, Mauritania takes back second with the funnel, and almost has a bit of a struggle in the elevator, but still makes it through second place. Zimbabwe and Seychelles tied up for third and fourth. Sierra Leone having some trouble in the elevator, and Mauritania takes first. Whoa. Okay, Zimbabwe breaking the tie, going third. Seychelles at 4th. Zimbabwe a bit slowed down by that spinner, and Seychelles ultra slowed down on that spinner. Mauritania still with a pretty good lead. I don't see an overtake happening, especially with Sierra Leone being this sloppy. Has to be pushed by Seychelles to the elevator. Now, this might be a pretty surprisingly bad group, which is unexpected for the marbles that dominated in the first race. 2 minutes and 9 seconds is still very much respectable, but not the very best. Zimbabwe finishing out this group And let's just take a look. We'll be processing their scores shortly. Actually, scratch that. They had a stellar run. Goodness. Okay. We'll catch you up on the details soon. We just have to process these times and calculate their new weighted average scores. Okay, with that, Mauritania gets to keep their first place spot. At least in terms of in terms of weighted average score, maybe we'll see some comebacks. I actually don't see a comeback being possible from any marbles. South Sudan and Trinidad and Tobago are the ones that Trinidad and Tobago already did their second race. So it is just South Sudan, leader of Group 2, that has a sliver of a chance. No, I don't even see that being possible, because Trinidad and Tobago with 13.03 would need about a 16 average to take Mauritania's spot at first. I just think that's secured for Mauritania unless they have another last place finish. Now with that, I'm gonna count how many marbles are qualifying that are from this, okay, from this group. 3. 3? No, 2. Oh, because Seychelles had a really terrible race 1. So they can qualify. So 2, still pretty respectable. That's not as much as Group 3, who has 3 marbles that qualified, that are currently qualifying. So that is pretty cool to note. We'll see in the overview. Again, we'll just note here tomorrow. Groups 1 and 2 of Tier 3 will have their race 2. Groups 3 and 4 of the third tier will have their third race with a new custom track. Yes, we made 2. Don't ask why. And groups 5 to 6 of Tier 2, yes, that's right, Tier 2, will officially be starting on April 15 with their races 1 and 2. With that said and done, see y'all tomorrow.